Warning, this program is entirely fictional and made by a sole Canadian man. All characters and events in the show, including the host, even those that are based on real people, are entirely fictional. The following program contains mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
America, the land of the free, home of the brave, and the stupid, and the criminally insane.
Yeah!
The United States has seen its fair share of gangbangers, mobsters, and psychotics who roamed our beloved streets causing untold chaos, destruction, and corruption. Tonight on Grand Theft Auto Biographies. Fame, music, and a whole lot of posturing. Tonight we will look at the life of a one-hit wonder whose one hit wasn't even his own creation. We will follow the criminal exploits of a man who claimed to come from the streets and constantly sought to validate that image by any means necessary. An aspiring hip-hop artist and petty crook who deceived the entire West Coast into believing he possessed enough talent to land himself on the Vinewood Walk of Fame. We will see cold-blooded murders, terrible house parties, and a career built on one of the music industry's biggest lies, as we examine wannabe gangster Jeffery Cross, aka Ogg Locked. This episode of Grand Theft Auto Biography is brought to you by my incredible supporters on Patreon. My goal for this channel is to be 100% fan-funded, allowing me to cover whatever I want without having to rely on AdSense and appeasing the copyright gods. If you want to help this channel, you can donate below with the paypal.me link in the description, the YouTube thanks button below the video, or you can sign up on patreon.com/GuinnessWalker and get early access to all of my work, access to all of the music from my shows and permission to reuse them in your own work, a download catalog of every video produced for the channel, access to the patron-only Discord server for weekly game nights/movie nights with me, and your name in the credits. Help me reach my Season 3 goal so I can continue producing shows for you guys for a long time to come. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the show. Jeffery Cross was born in Los Santos, San Andreas, likely sometime in the early 1970s or late 1960s, given that he appeared to be about the same age or slightly younger than his friend Carl C.J. Johnson, born in 1968. Jeffery grew up on the Grove Street cul-de-sac directly across the street from the Johnson family home, where C.J., Sweet, Brian, and Kendall all lived with their mother Beverly. Who Jeffrey's parents were or how involved they were in his life remains unclear, but it seems fair to assume they were fairly uninvolved with his early life, as Jeffrey seemed to look up to the Johnson clan from a young age, perhaps even viewing Sweet or CJ as a pseudo-big brother. Despite this bond, Jeffrey would struggle to properly fit in with his friends, especially the Johnsons, who ran the infamous Grove Street family set with Sweet as the leader and CJ his top lieutenant. Jeffrey, on the other hand, would never earn enough street cred or respect to be given an opportunity to join the GSF proper, constantly turned down by the Grove's leadership and encouraged to pursue a life outside of the criminal ones they had chosen. But for Jeffrey, being considered a gangster or street hard would be his one and only pursuit, and he would eventually find what he believed to be his springboard for gaining that respect and the recognition he so desperately craved: gangsta rap. At some point, possibly in his youth, but at least by the time he was in his early 20s, Jeffrey would begin billing himself as a gangsta rapper and spend many dozens of hours trying to write rhymes or freestyle for his friends around the Grove. He would adopt the stage name Ogg Locked and begin introducing himself as such on the regular. The reception to his musical aspirations, however, were less than enthusiastic, and he would receive next to no encouragement from any of the Johnson brothers or other well-known GSF members like Melvin Harris, aka Big Smoke. Despite being told consistently to give up his rap dreams, Ogg Locked would instead come up with a plan to increase his credibility among the gangsters he hung around with: get arrested. In early 1992, he would go out of his way to receive jail time by doing anything he could get charged for, accruing parking fines and joyriding around police officers, among other petty crimes. His plan would work, unsurprisingly, and Jeffrey would be given a very brief stint in the city jail at the LSPD headquarters downtown. Whilst inside, Loc would spend his time working out in order to build up his gangsta physique, but it isn't clear if this is at all true or simply more posturing, given that he appeared to look the same both before and after going away. But life in American jails is never easy, and for a man such as Jeffrey Cross, it would end up being a particularly traumatic experience. At some point during his very short stay, Jeffrey would apparently be assaulted by fellow inmate and Eastside Vagos gangster Freddy, in a situation all too common in prisons all across this nation. This event would likely severely traumatize him, and after being released weeks later, just after Freddy, he would immediately seek revenge.
Hey, there that fool go. Look at this fool, man. Perpetrate like he banging. Think he hard, he got him. Oh, I tell you. I know that fool can't be serious. Hey, what's happening with you, Jeffrey?
Hey, man, it's OG Loc, homie. OG Loc.
My bad. How was it, though, homie?
Man, what you think? How was it?
Hey, chill out, dude. So what you want to do now?
Man, I gotta kill some chola motherfucker. He was dissing me, man.
Hey, Jeffrey, I thought you was going to, college.
Man, fuck you. Motherfucker done stole my rhymes. He's in East Flores. Hey, give me a strap.
Man, why don't you stall us out with that shit to get in the car? Fool.
Picked up by his Grove Street buddies, OG Loc would be on the warpath, and ask them to take him to Freddy's house in East Los Santos, before his shift started at his new job, given to him by his parole officer, fast food janitor.
My parole officer lined me up with a job.
Motherfucker always trying to keep a player down.
You got that right. Still, ain't so bad. I'ma be a hygiene technician.
Coming up in the world, huh?
Just a stepping stone to greatness.
Though Sweet and Big Smoke would be far too keen on Jeffrey's antics to lend a hand, Carl would be strangely willing to help Loc track Freddy down, and even take him out, perhaps out of a sense of loyalty to a fellow Grove Street gangster, even if he was all talk.
Man, this is the spot.
Ain't this Vagos hood?
Man, I don't give a shit. I'm gangster.
Come on, let's leave Loc to deal with Casanova. Hey, I'll stick with Loc.
Okay, cool. I'll see you guys back on the set.
Freddy, I've come for you, you motherfucker.
Hey, Loc, hold up.
Jeffrey, you got the wrong idea, man. That was just a prison thing. I got plenty of muchachas on the outside. I don't need your scrawny ass.
Man, ignore him. CJ, I don't know what he talking about. Hey, yo, give me back my rhymes, you thief. I'm gangster.
You dropped the soap, sugar. I don't know nothing about any rhymes.
Hey, motherfuckers making a run for it.
Hey, Loc, get back here, nigga, you crazy.
Hey, yo, back off me, CJ. I gotta protect my rat.
Loc and CJ would chase Freddy all across town, with Loc attempting to shoot him off of his motorcycle, but eventually, they would catch up with him at a basketball court in East LS, and a shootout would ensue. Thanks to CJ's considerably more impressive skills with a firearm, both he and Loc would survive the encounter, with Freddy meeting his end along with the fellow gangsters. With Freddy's death, Loc would acknowledge his assault to CJ for the only known time, and ask him to keep his mouth shut, knowing that now the only other man who knew was among the dearly departed.
Don't you say a damn thing, CJ.
Was you lonely, Loc? Hey, I like a nice mustache myself.
I keep it real, unlike you fake-ass motherfuckers.
Come on, gangster. Let's get back to the Grove.
Nah, I can't. I gotta go and sign in for this damn job.
Whatever you want. You want to ride anyway?
Sure thing. Let's roll.
After murdering Freddy, CJ would drive Loc to the Verona Beach Burger Shot for his first shift, and Carl would agree to continue helping Jeffrey out of his hood obligations. Though Carl would keep his promise of helping Loc in his journey to become a successful rap star, he would, quite wisely, avoid becoming any closer to Jeffrey as a friend, and continuously refuse requests to spend any quality time with him, if only to avoid his god-awful rapping.
Thanks for the ride, CJ. Don't be a stranger, fool.
Yeah, for sure. I'll see you around.
Like a quarter pound. Later.
In between shifts, on the street, and even on the job, Loc would practice his rapping and presumably begin the process of recording his album, though exactly where he was paying for studio time remains unclear. Dreaming of the day he made it big, Loc would begin envisioning his next publicity stunt in a debut album party, but his ideas would at least initially be far too ambitious and illegal to bring to fruition. Luckily for Loc, his old friend CJ would be, strangely enough, more than willing to do just about anything to help him out, including stealing a sound system that he hoped to use for his debut.
Looking real technical, gangster. Carl, you ain't run off again yet?
No, gangster. I'm here for good.
Yeah? Well, fuck this gig, man. I'm putting together a listening party for my album. But first, I need a sound system.
Hey, I'm down, As long as I don't have to go to the port.
What you talking about, fool? Guaranteed I start playing, everybody will come through.
Being real OG, I really ain't into rap no more. I'm more into that hardcore gangster shit.
Well, that's me, homie. That's me. OG Loc, baby.
Yeah, for sure. But I only like them if they rhyme real well. You know, well, anyway, what you want me to steal?
That's what I'm talking about. Love for your homies. Now check it. I caught me a real fly sound system, cruising through the drive-thru. I think they headed down to the beach for a beach party. Now check this out. I'll roll with you, and on the way, I can get a couple of freestyles. It's OG Loc in the place. You don't want to stop me with a gun in your face.
Yeah, man. Let's shut the fuck up. Maybe I need to do this on my own. I believe in you. Gangster for life, homie. For life.
Yeah, for life, homie.
But a loud, bombastic premiere would never be enough to launch his career if his music didn't sell. And despite constant practice, Loc would see little to no improvement in his actual rapping. With practically everyone around him telling him he wasn't good enough, eventually, even he would begin to doubt his abilities, and he would quickly realize he needed a new approach. Perhaps not smart enough to attend college as his friends suggested, and perhaps not talented enough to make it on his own in the rap world, Loc would be sneaky and devious enough to devise a plan just crazy enough to work, thanks to the jack of all criminal trades, Carl Johnson.
Hey, it's OG Loc, homie, and I'ma kick a little something like this. Hey, yo, when I come through up in the place, you don't want me to come with a gun in your face. I spit it hotter than anybody in the world could do.
That
it's
shit
like
sucks.
Damn, my shit was whack.
Hey, what's happening, Loc?
Hey, Carl, what up, man?
Hey, dude, you ever thought about getting a writer to help you out with this shit?
Yeah, I did. But who, homie? Who?
Shit, I ain't in the rap game. You know, that ain't my thing. But, we have to think about something. Man.
How about if I get somebody to write something for me, only they didn't know about it?
What?
I think I just might have found a ghostwriter. I become the reciter, all-nighter, all-writer. Mad Dogg's rhyme book from his home in the hills.
Mad Dogg's rhyme book?
Man, you said you helped, Carl. Come on, man. I'm hot like fire, all-nighter, all-writer. When I kick it,
I'll
I
do
spit it, I hit it.
anything, homie. I swear that. Okay?
For some reason, CJ would actually agree to steal Mad Dogg's rhyme book from his Vinewood mansion, sneaking onto the premises and possibly murdering several of Mad Dogg's guards along the way, all to retrieve a flimsy notebook that would jumpstart the wannabe rapper's career. Carl would return the book to Loc, and immediately he would begin turning the already successful star's unreleased works into his debut masterpiece, with Dogg none the wiser, at least at first.
Hey, Loc, I got what you wanted.
Holmes, you ice cold, dude.
Hey, I'll catch you later.
Peace, homie.
With Mad Dogg's rhyme book in hand, OG Loc would finally have his chance to enter the rap game, and would start recording his new songs for his first album, presumably trashing anything he had already written in favor of Mad Dogg's superior lyrics. Around this time, he would also receive a fairly meaningless promotion from hygiene technician to appliance technician at his job, but cleaning fryers would not be the step up that Loc was looking for. Knowing that he needed a stronger foot in the door than just good lyrics, Loc would contact Mad Dogg's manager, Alan Crawford, and attempt to convince him to partner up. Crawford, however, would be none too fond of Loc, and would not only refuse to work with Jeffery, but threaten to blacklist him from working with just about anybody else in the music business, effectively putting a halt to the career he'd barely started.
Hey, what up, Loc?
CJ, what's up, homie? Hey, my shit's so tight right now, it's about to bust.
So you happy now, homie?
Happy? Man, hell no. I can't take this shit much longer. Man, I'm an artist. I'd rather be inside. Man, I can't get a deal for nothing. Motherfuckers always want to keep a nigga down. And that CPO, Mad Dogg's manager, is putting on me real heavy, man. He covering my style for real.
Heavy? Man, he 5'3".
But that fool's strong. Man, we gotta take him out. He done blackballed me, man. I can't get in the game no way. I told you, I'm an artist, a communicator, and nobody can even hear my message. He going around telling everybody I'm whack.
Well, you obviously ain't heard your new shit. That shit is outrageous.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Down with a frown, on the town, a sad clown.
All right, so what you want me to do?
I want you to take that motherfucker out.
Kill him?
Well, I ain't mean date him. Listen, he gonna be attending some award ceremony, and that's the only time he leaves Dogg's side.
But Carl, once again and for unexplained reasons, would be all too ready to help Loc even with this problem, in the only way Loc seemed to think would work, eliminating Crawford entirely. CJ would steal the car meant to pick up Crawford and his wife at a premiere, and instead escort the two to the bottom of the ocean by driving their car off of a pier in Santa Maria Beach, bailing out just in time to send Crawford and his innocent wife on their final vacation. With Crawford dead and Mad Dog still unaware of his stolen rhymes, Loc would finally have the opportunity to finish his album and his plans for a loud and very annoying debut party. Feeling put down by the man, Loc would also quit his job at Burger Shot at this time, knowing that if he was to return to jail for violating parole, his massive album party could be a perfect send-off for the next chapter in his developing rap mythos.
Hey, fuck you, man! And I don't care what you heard, I ain't nobody's ass technician, bitch!
Hey, what's up, Lo?
Technician ain't gangster, that's what's up.
I heard that.
Listen, Carl, if I'm going back to a cell, I want to have a big party first. This may be my last chance to get heard.
Okay, so what's the plan?
Well, I'ma slide back over to Grove Street and get those sounds bombastic, fantastic.
All right, so what you want me to do?
I want you to get ready for the party and get some girls, man.
Okay.
Get some real fly girls, you know what I'm saying? The ones in the bikinis and shit in the videos.
That's what I'm talking about.
I told you, brother, I'm the chronicle of our struggles, the voice of the families, like Moses, only keeping it real.
You said it.
You know what I'm saying?
He would invite CJ to attend the Grove Street-based bash, but Carl would attempt to avoid it, only agreeing to come when Loc revealed his mic had broken. Unfortunately for CJ and all the partygoers, the mic would eventually be fixed, and OG Loc would take the stage for one of the most embarrassing and inauthentic debuts of any rapper at the time.
Yeah. It's your man OG Loc in the house, baby. And I wanna drop it down for all my real gangster niggas, all my gangster bitches. Speaking about gangster, look at my man CJ right there. CJ,
I thought the motherfucking mic was broke.
Hey, what's up, homie?
What's up, Ryder?
See all the homies in the back, man, away from this whack music.
Man, I feel you.
It's no joke. I'm the man in the place. Punch you in the face. A gun in my waist. It's no, baby.
Despite the party being interrupted by gang fighting and his friends hating the music, Loc's new lyrics would apparently be enough of a change to attract some listeners, and by some music industry miracle, he would begin to slowly gain fame, after releasing his first album, Straight from the Streets, that year, with Blastin' Fools Records, with the album being produced by local producer giant Jimmy Silverman. Over the next several months, developments on Grove Street would accelerate Loc's rise through the rap game exponentially, and he would slowly start to see real profits. After the Grove is taken over by their rivals, the Ballas, when one of the Grove's lieutenants, Big Smoke, sells the gang leadership out, Loc would be brought under Smoke's wing, and used for his own purposes to benefit them both. With Smoke's investments, Loc would be able to promote his album on public radio and elsewhere, receiving enough attention from various media outlets to warrant an interview just weeks after CJ's exile from Los Santos, which was also Big Smoke's doing. Big Smoke would begin serving as Loc's manager and go out of his way to get the rapper attention, to facilitate his real scheme, money laundering. Pushing his cocaine money through Loc's accounts to clean his dirty money, Smoke would build himself up as an up-and-coming philanthropist, when in reality, he was becoming the state's biggest drug lord. Meanwhile, Loc would also ascend in his respective field, and even nab an interview on West Coast Talk Radio's new show Entertaining America to promote his album, hosted by the eccentric Laszlo Jones.
The most boring show with a brand new host. Entertaining America with Laszlo.
Welcome to Entertaining America. This is Laszlo. I gotta say it, pardon me, but don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, just unemployed. But I am back, running the media. God, I love this West Coast vibe. Everybody here's so laid back and lazy. I'm here with a man who gets paid to talk for a living. It's incredible. What a concept. He's called a rapper. Ogg Locked, how are you?
Oh,
Ogg Locked. It's OG Loc. OG Loc. You hear me, player?
Yes, of course. I hear you. You're only a few feet away, man. Listen, I'm a big fan. I love rap, I think. I mean, singing songs about yourself. That's awesome. How you living?
Straight.
Really? Are you really straight?
What? You gonna question me?
Dude, it's cool. If somebody passes it to me, I don't ask questions. It's probably not laced anyway. So, who out there wants to talk to OG Loc? Caller, you're on Entertaining America.
I love the way you rap about the Louisiana Purchase.
Straight.
You know the French sold us Louisiana so we would have a place to show our tits.
My point exactly. Yeah. We need more naked liberty.
Exactly. Look, I'm no rapper, even though I dress like one, but I think I could really get into, getting hammered, singing about setting things on fire, shooting up funerals, striking poses, smoking a lid.
Exactly. You see, the Constitution was written on reefer by dudes with wooden teeth. You see, my clothing company, Low Down, home of the G, says this. I love reefer. It's the rules if you're a rapper.
Wow, those sound like some great rules. You get a lot of flack in the media these days. At a recent press conference, your manager came to your defense.
A lot of people say gangster rap is misogynistic posturing by fake-ass idiots who spend more time in drama school than they ever did pimping or hustling dope. Well, I assure you, OG Loc is the real thing. He's hated women all his life. He's sold drugs to school children. He's murdered innocent people just for kicks. But he rhymes like an angel. And I assure you it's all in a good cause. So either way, you can feel good about yourself listening to this music.
Well, that was very informative. Big Smoke is doing a lot for the community, or to it. He sounds like a great guy. So, I want to get in on this rap thing. Do I have to break dance, do the windmill? Hey, can you body pop?
Come on, Laszlo. You know OG ain't no playboy. I ain't down with that shit. It ain't gangster. I walk the walk. You know what I'm saying?
Fresh. Yo, I'm down. I'm into walking too, but I was thinking maybe we could have a break off, I could spin on my back.
You being funny?
I'm trying to be.
Watch it, fool. I warn you. I got the streets. I got a rep. Me and my man Smoke, we took over. I've been gangbanging since I was 3. Ice cold killer.
Excuse me? Gangbanging? I never understood that. I mean, other guys in the room while you're... Ugh.
I'm ice cold, bitch. Don't make me dump on you, G. I'm the streets, man. I am gangster. I'm taking rap in a whole new direction. From now, it's about making words rhyme. And I'm going toe-to-toe with you in a minute.
Why do you rappers get so worked up? You're rich. You've won. Stop shooting at each other. And you keep saying, I'm from the streets. Well, you know what, dude? Everyone has a street in front of their house. That doesn't make you cool.
Oh, we got a comedian, huh? You got scraps, huh, bitch? You down? You mark-ass bitch, punk, trick, buster, fool?
Look, I don't know what you said, but this ought to calm you down. I brought you some malt liquor.
You's a buster fool. Lucky I don't hang you out the window or turn you out, because I'm also a pimp. Including dudes, I'll pimp anything. You hear me?
No, dude, I hear you loud and clear, man. You will pimp anything. Listen, how many hot women need a man? Because, it's kind of been a dream of mine to sleep with housewives.
Are you dissing my hoes, bitch?
No, dude. Your hoes are bitches. Your hoes are bitches.
You a buster. What are you?
I'm a buster. I'm a buster. Whatever that is. Dude, put the gun away.
Don't diss my strap.
I love your strap. You're a great guy. Look, I'm just coming down off the 80s. But please, don't shoot me, homie.
Relax, fool. No one's getting dumped on. I'm a warrior poet. I tell a cautionary tale about life on the streets,
Only too well. That was OG Loc. Hey, man, it's been a real pleasure. Straight. Yeah. Good luck with the music. Hope you can make a killing.
All good things must come to an end, however, and for Loc's rap career, that end would seemingly be right around the corner. While he was living the dream and enjoying his luxurious new lifestyle, his old friend CJ, whom he'd betrayed by aligning with Big Smoke, would be busy making moves across the state, and eventually, his path would once again intersect with the phony artist. While filming a music video in the country, a recently recovered Mad Dog would finally realize that it had been Loc who stole his rhymes months prior, and along with his new manager, who was ironically the man to steal the rhymes to begin with, he would confront Loc with intentions to ruin the career he'd built on a mountain of lies.
You fucking phonies! Son, bitch! Give me my rhyme book! Give me back my chain! Give me back my hose! He busting out! Come on, dog, let's get it!
Still unaware that CJ had helped Loc steal the rhymes in the first place, Mad Dog and Carl would chase Loc across Los Santos, changing vehicles several times and eventually winding up at Blastin' Fools Records with nowhere left to run.
You phony!
Man, you can't prove nothing.
Hey, Jeffrey, you a buster. Straight bitch. You stabbed me and my brother in the back.
Man, I'm an artist. We all make mistakes. Ain't that right, Alki?
You ain't no artist. You's a buster. You's a fake.
Man, I was gonna give you credit on the next album. Man, royalties? Take that. I got more
bitch,
too.
I should smack dog shit out your ass.
Just don't
Break
hit
your
me.
face
Yeah,
right here,
you
motherfucker.
phony! Mr. Dog, Jimmy Silverman, Blastin' Fools Records.
Hold up, I'm the manager. You wanna talk? Talk to me.
Oh, okay. Pleasure, gentlemen. Let's talk,
I'll
all right?
butt your ass.
I need hits. I mean hits. Now what about this guy? This, phony? I've got a good mind to sue his ass into next year.
Man, get off me, you drunk.
Hey, Lo, go get us some lunch.
You get lunch.
Excuse me, gangster. I don't think so.
Man, get out of here. Don't be pushing me. Don't be pushing me.
With his career in shambles, his reputation likely destroyed, and his job abandoned, in all likelihood Ogg Lock returned to prison following the events of 1992, having violated his parole months earlier by quitting his gig as appliance technician. However, if Loc did return to jail, he would eventually be released yet again and return to his career as a rapper, even without Mad Dogg's rhymes to prop up his terrible writing. It can only be assumed that Loc would spend many years honing his craft, as he would eventually release his second album, Original, and garner enough newfound fame to land himself a spot on the legendary Vinewood Walk of Fame. How in the world this happened is something that even our most dedicated G-Tab investigators could not figure out, with our most likely theory being a shift into a parallel universe, where the wannabe gangster actually possessed talent. Any other possibilities seem beyond our comprehensions. In fact, dear viewer, I myself even overheard talk of Loc still buzzing around the Los Santos celebrity scene as late as 2021. He apparently contacted the Celebrity Solutions agency I ran with Franklin Clinton, F. Clinton and partner, though our receptionist never heard back from him, if it was even him to begin with. Whatever the case, for better or worse, Ogg Loc's name is quite literally etched into Los Santos history forever, even if most of us would like to imagine otherwise. Jeffrey Ogg Loc Cross was a dishonest, opportunistic, and incredibly fake person, whose only goal in life seemed to be attaining recognition that he felt he was owed. Wanting to be a gangster like his friends, Jeffrey built up a large part of his adult persona around posturing and fake or exaggerated confidence, spurred on by living in the shadows of such legendary hood figures as CJ, Sweet, and Big Smoke. It was at least hinted at by his friends that Jeffrey was actually more intelligent than his peers, and he was constantly encouraged to make use of this intelligence by attending college, instead of wasting his life dedicated to mindless gangbanging, but no amount of discouragement would deter him from his goal of being a gangsta. Though not nearly as violent as his fellow real-life gangster friends, Jeffrey, having grown up constantly being exposed to gang violence, would have no objections to using said violence for his own gain, as long as he himself didn't have to get his hands dirty. He seemed to want all the reputation and respect that came with being a feared and well-known gangster without wanting to put in any of the actual work needed to reach this status. He would instead use the help of his friend CJ and later Big Smoke to steal, murder, and lie his way to the top of the heap in San Andreas circa 1992, never seeming to regret any of the many despicable actions he either organized or endorsed in his climb to stardom. Jeffrey seemed completely unfazed by violence or crime, in fact, ready to kill Alan Crawford and his wife, although it's unknown if Cross was even aware of his wife being killed as well, at the drop of a hat, or hiring Carl to steal for him on several occasions, even if it meant some people had to die along the way. He never asked questions. He was also seemingly completely disloyal to anyone who was no longer useful to him, happily partnering with Big Smoke even after it's revealed that Smoke deliberately played a role in CJ's exile, Sweet's imprisonment, and the death of the Grove itself. He was also an exceptionally bad musician, having presumably little to no involvement in the creation of his beats, and absolutely no involvement in even writing the album that would bring him the vast majority of his fame. Despite this, Jeffrey was clearly very driven, and pursued his goals with an ambitious, cutthroat mentality, content to use whomever he needed as a stepping stone to greatness. At the end of the day, when examined next to the likes of criminals like Carl Johnson or even Big Smoke, Ogg Loc is far more tame, having never killed anyone himself, and only committed petty crimes to land himself in prison. However, his lack of loyalty, outrageously disproportionate ego, and general lack of credibility as a rapper, a gangster, or a friend somehow make him arguably less likable than even his most murderous peers. As we already briefly alluded to, Ogg Locked himself isn't responsible for many crimes, at least not directly. All of his charges prior to 1992 were for petty infractions, barely even worth mentioning on a show featuring men who have bombed entire neighborhoods. However, his association to the infamous Carl Johnson and the many things he tasked Carl with doing during his rise to fame make him plenty guilty of more than just joyriding or parking fines. With that said, let's look at how many crimes he could have been connected to thanks to the all-American gangster in Carl Johnson, starting with excessive parking fines and joyriding in 1992. Conspiracy accessory murder and reckless endangerment when chasing Freddy all across town with CJ, who kills him and several vagos. Conspiracy accessory theft and conspiracy accessory Grand Theft Auto when asking Carl to steal a sound van for him. Conspiracy accessory murder, theft, and trespassing on private property when asking Carl to sneak into Mad Dog's mansion and steal his rhyme book. Conspiracy accessory murder and Grand Theft Auto when asking Carl to murder Alan Crawford for him. Violating his parole when quitting his job at Burger Shot. And alleged accessory money laundering when working with Big Smoke. As you can see, the only real reason that Jeffery has a rap sheet longer than 2 entries is his connection to the powerhouse of destruction that was Carl C.J. Johnson. If Carl had simply refused to help Loc, it's possible the wannabe gangster would have actually given up on his failing rap dreams and attended college, or tried to make something of his life that was respectable. But unfortunately, a gang connection can be a very sacred thing. Sacred enough for an otherwise savvy and effective criminal entrepreneur such as CJ to bend over backwards just to be considered still loyal. An irony that would be Jeffrey's eventual undoing. Or was it? What makes a man so desperate for acceptance that he's willing to have innocent people killed along the way? Is it the dangerous allure of the gangster lifestyle, glorified by our media in violent games and movies? Or is it the malevolent and ever-influential gaggle of who's who up in Vinewood, poisoning our minds with the hope of one day being one of them? Who can really say? All I can say is America is a dangerous place, folks, even if that danger sometimes takes the form of music so bad that your ears start to bleed. Stay indoors, people. You never know if that freestyler on the boardwalk is actually planning to assault you for your pocket change to pay for the studio fees. I'll see you next time on another exciting edition of Grand Theft Auto Biographies with me, your host, Guinness Walker. Thank you for watching. A very special thank you to my executive producer patrons Mo S, XX Anti-Tricks Never Sorry 17, and WigglyPizzaPants. Myself and the Weasel News Network greatly appreciate your contributions.